Hi everyone, so we're back again, and so what I want us to focus on this week is I want us to look at this idea of branding, okay? So what is our brand and how do we want to present ourselves in terms of our brand? So looking at this whole idea of social media, we really want to start thinking about how are we going to use social media wisely? How can we be smart with social media? So I really want you to start thinking about it. What is it that I could do that would be very smart for me to use my social media for? Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, what does that mean to use it smart? So, I'm going to use myself for an example. So, social media for my brand is definitely being a teacher, it is being a Disney lover, and it's kind of being goofy. So, if people look at my social media, if employers look at my social media, they'll see that I teach, that I am goofy, and that I love Disney. Those are things that I really want employers to know about me, especially if they were thinking about considering me for their school. I would want them to know these big things about me because these are things that I bring to the table. They're part of what makes me unique as a teacher, and I feel like it is where I kind of shine, is when I am showing myself being authentic and perfectly me. And so I want you guys to think about, like, how can you use social media to really wow and impress employers? How can you work with this idea of social media? How can you make yourself look the best that you possibly can, so that employers, if they were to click on your Instagram or your TikTok, they would be like, oh wow, this is a person that I would want to hire. I want you to think about that. Does your social media say this is a person I want to hire or not? So that's the big thing I really want us to look at, okay? So, with that being said, I also want to remind you guys about the social media project. Number one, we are having Google Meets for attendance. So for the Google Meets, I will send you guys those links before classes for your group's Google Meet. And so we're going to have it during the class time so you guys can kind of like work, talk to each other, collaborate on that project. All right? So that is my first thing that I want to say about that. And then the other thing that I would like to say about that is that make sure that you have that Google Doc completed by Thursday, Friday, depending on if you're a blue or white day. So Thursday, Friday is kind of where we're looking at for the Google Doc. And then the following Thursday, Friday is when the whole thing's going to be due. So kind of just thinking about that as you guys are budgeting your time. You are going to have in-class time. There are still going to be little things for you guys to do kind of in for the attendance for that day and such. So just make sure that you're staying on top of that. If you have any questions or need help with anything, please let me know. I just want to make sure that this goes as smoothly as possible, and I'll see you guys real soon.